Hello, loves. So before I get into this little story, this is a money roll cake. I used to hand make these things myself, but several times that I've made them, it actually got stuck in the cake and it didn't work. And so I worried about that. So I ended up ordering a little kit off of Amazon. The only thing I don't like about it is that the box is way too big and it takes up a lot of cake. But like I said, I did not want to make it myself. I used to make it out of paper towel rolls and then they would get stuck in there. And then I would wrap the saran wrap, around the money. I actually have a video on how I did that. So anywho, let's see if you guys can count up the money and see how much it is and what one lucky friend is going to get. This cake is actually for an order that is next week. So unfortunately, I cannot show you the results. That was the only time I had available to do it was this week. And they agreed that I can make it for them this week and then freeze it and then defrost it the right way next week. So alas, we have to wait. Anywho, let's get to the little story that I have for you guys. So I went to Chicago with my sisters a little while back, or in the summertime, and my daughters. And we went to a little makeshift gym in the hotel room, right? There's a 20-pound weight, and my daughter is a gym rat. She's really good, and she's lifting it, and she's curling it, okay? And she does them so easily. And me and my sister looked at each other and were like, it's 20 pounds. It's really not that heavy. I think we can do it too. So we picked it up and then we tried to curl it and we couldn't even do one. We're literally sitting there struggling, putting our body all the way back just so we can kind of lift our arm at an angle, and it just wouldn't do. And my daughter is like, yeah, exactly. See what I tell you. So I was really surprised at how weak I was. Anyways, it gave me motivation to start like a month and a half ago to kind of lift weights a little bit. So since I started, I am now able to curl a 20-pound, dumbbell twice without struggling. So my mom is over the other day and she hasn't seen my new basement yet or the little gym area we have. And she goes up to it. Now, my mama's not a strong woman, okay? If you see her, you'd be like, you would never think she'd be able to do this. So she lifts up the 20-pound and I'm like, Mama, that's going to be really hard to curl. Then she just starts curling. She does 3 or 4, I think, in a row. And me and my sister look at each other like, what? Did you just? And she's looking at us like, what? Is this supposed to be hard? I'm like, Mama, do you have some sort of hidden muscles that we didn't know about? So she picks up the 15-pound one and it was so easy for her. Just curling it back and forth. I'm like, I cannot believe this. Literally, my sister and I were just looking at each other, us two, because we couldn't even curl one, okay? And we are cracking up. I was like, I am in shock. Anywho, so I test out the money roll cake right now to see if it's going to work several times. And I pray that it will work. I will show you guys how I put it in the cake next week.